And then, so when the grind was on, I mean, we don't have these numbers anymore on television, but 90 million people on average would watch this MTV hour. So, I mean, that just doesn't exist with those numbers anymore. So, I mean, you're making money. So, like, were you just like a kid in a candy store? Like, money, girls, living in New York, you're young.
Yeah, I was a destructive kid in a candy store because I was using and, you know, partying and in clubs, drinking, taking ecstasy, smoking weed, doing coke, eating mushrooms, acid, you know, whatever it was. And all my friends were with me, and I could travel and go wherever I wanted to around the world and get into any club or any restaurant. Most of the times it was free. And yeah, it was wild.
Nobody said
Wild.
no. Nobody said
Nobody
no.
said no. Nobody said no. We were on the yes train. It's like that movie that Jim Carrey did. I think it was called Yes Man or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
That's what I would imagine.
Yeah, and if somebody did say no, then they weren't coming along for the ride. They got off the train.
Right.
Basically.
And if one club said no or something, you would go across the street and they would say yes. But I imagine most clubs and restaurants.
No, they didn't say no. And we did whatever we wanted. I mean, you know, I say this obviously, you know, humbly, but we felt like when you're at a place like that in your life at that young age and you have that much attention and access, you feel like you're invincible. You feel like you can do whatever you want, wherever you want, and there are no rules. And I've always been that way my whole life. I don't like rules. I don't like structure and rules. I'm like the eagle with the wings spread out wide and just flying, you know, through life. So that was amazing for me because I really got to spread my wings and really do whatever I wanted to do. But it was a huge learning experience for me because like I said, that would send me into my spiritual journey of healing and transformation that I never in a million years, you know, thought that what would happen later would actually happen. So
Right.
yeah, it's all an incredible blessing.
Right. And I mean, I imagine at that, well, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I imagine at that time you weren't humble. I mean, it was kind of like, did you believe the hype? Like, I'm the shit?